Welcome back to Cooking with Mark and Oreo. I'm very excited today to share with you guys my cauliflower crust pizza. For all my friends out there that are allergic to gluten, you guys will love today's recipe. Oreo loves today's recipe too because turkey bacon's involved. So he's gonna get some of that in a little while. So let's learn how to make cauliflower crust pizza. It's healthier for you, lower in carbs, gluten-free. First, you need 2.5 cups of rice cauliflower. I use frozen, and then I microwave it, and then I leave in the fridge to cool, because you don't want it too hot. So we're gonna start with that. That's about 2.5 cups of rice cauliflower. And again, I use frozen. That's the easiest way to do it. My cauliflower is still a little bit warm, but it's not steaming hot, because I microwave it a little bit. Then you're gonna get 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. And then a cup of shredded mozzarella. And then you're gonna do 2 eggs. This is gonna bind all the flavors together. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, maybe just a tablespoon of salt, some black pepper. Again, this is just to add some flavor. There's no really measurement involved. I'm going to add a little basil to my, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. And that's pretty simple for your cauliflower crust. And then you're going to mix all that together. I have a ceramic stone. If you have a metal pizza stone, you want to spray it with cooking spray. I don't need to spray this because, again, I'm using a ceramic one. Mine's well conditioned because I've cooked so many cauliflower pizzas on this stone. So now we're gonna put our crust. And then you're gonna spread it out. I start with using a wooden spoon, but then I end up using my hands just because I wanted the crust even. All right, now let's switch to my hands. Why not, right? And you want to try to get it over to the edge, but you don't want it to fall off your pizza. And then you want to just keep flattening it because you don't want some spots of the pizza thicker than others. Voila, and there's your pizza crust. And now it's ready to go in the oven. I have the oven preheated right now at 425. All right, now you want to put your crust in the oven for about 15 minutes. Again, the oven's preheated at 425. So I'm going to time it for about 15 minutes. And while that's in the oven, we can get our toppings ready. You can do any toppings you'd like. You can sauce, mushrooms, veggies, anything that your favorite pizza, top it with cheese. I'm going to do a special pizza today, which Oreo's going to love this one because it involves meat. So first we're going to prep turkey bacon. You can use regular bacon, but I feel the regular bacon causes too much grease. Oreo wants some. Let's give Oreo a little bit. There you go. Good job, Oreo. That's for being such a good assistant. All right, because turkey bacon doesn't break up as good as regular bacon because you can't crumble it up. I'm just gonna give it a couple of little chops, and then you can still break it apart with your hands too. And of course, Oreo can get a couple more pieces. I'll add it to his food. We're gonna put some figs. And the figs are gonna give it a nice sweet flavor. You can put as little or as much as you want. And again, I'm just gonna cut the figs into little slivers so we can top it on our pizza. All right, and then the last part of our topping is gonna be cheese. I'm gonna actually do goat cheese. You can buy it in your local grocer in the little logs. It's very messy to cut. So if you're gonna get a crumble out of it. And it's also hard to open too. Because it's not very easy to slice. So it can be messy, it can be chunks. And see how it just falls apart there? But you don't want big pieces because you want to spread it around your pizza. So I'm just gonna give it a rough chop because it does get soft and fall apart pretty easily. And I'm just gonna put that in a bowl. So it's pretty much our goat cheese crumble. And this is making a mess. Oh no, I made a mess. So these are our toppings. We have some goat cheese crumbles, some figs, some turkey bacon, and then we're going to top it off and drizzle it with some truffle honey. So when the crust is done, I'll show you how to do the toppings, and then the pizza will go back in the oven after the toppings are done. So we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes. Now it's time to take the cauliflower crust out and do our toppings. And that's our crust, and now we're going to work on the toppings. A lot of people probably want to wait till it cools, but this is going to go back in the oven for another 10 minutes once we're done with our toppings. So we're going to start with some figs. I love the taste of figs on pizza. It tastes amazing. And the cauliflower crust smells so good already because you can already smell like the garlic and the basil. Now we're going to put some bacon on. And then Oreo obviously can have all the extra bacon. There you go, Oreo. Another one, Oreo? There you go. You gotta always make sure my assistant's fed too. And there's a lot of bacon left though. Oreo's probably gonna get some more. And now we're gonna top it with some goat cheese. This part's messy. I always end up having to wash my hands a few times. But unlike traditional cheese, there's not any shredded cheese on top. It's just the goat cheese. And the mixture between the goat cheese and the meat and the figs gives such a great combination. Look at all that leftover bacon. Look who gets it. There you go, Oreo. Enjoy. Alright, so now we're gonna just add a little bit of salt on the top. Don't have to add too much because there was a little bit of salt in the crust as well already. And now we're gonna add the truffle honey. This is gonna top everything off. As you can see, the little specks of truffle. And I use like a little spoon, and then I'm just gonna drizzle it all over. You can put as much as you want. So there's always different options, and you can use whatever you have in the house. So I think I added enough honey. And now this pizza is gonna go back in the oven for another 10 minutes, still on the same temperature, 425. Be careful because your stone is very hot. And voila. And now I'm going to put it back in the oven for 10 more minutes. And then after 10 minutes, I'm going to be enjoying this for dinner. So I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Alright, it's been another 10 minutes, so our pizza's ready to come out of the oven. Voila, that's our finished product. The name is goat cheese fig pizza. And again, the aromas coming out of this pizza is amazing. You can smell all the sweetness of the figs, but then you can smell the bacon and the basil. It's pretty amazing. If you want to make this pizza at home, you can make the recipe for the crust is in the description, but you can be creative and put whatever you want as toppings. Throw some mushrooms, veggies, whatever you want, and I'd love to hear from you. So leave in the comments what you tried for your toppings, or if you try this, let me know how it tastes. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button because you'll never miss a video, because me and Oreo put videos out every week of some amazing, delicious recipes. So definitely hit that bell button and subscribe so you never miss me and Oreo. We'll see you next week.